So, you want to travel like a pro? Well, you've come to the right place. In this explainer, we're basically unlocking the secret playbook for traveling smarter, safer, and most importantly, arriving with enough energy to actually enjoy your trip. Let's jump right in. Look, we get it. There are usually two giant hurdles that stand between you and that dream trip, right? First, there's the anxiety of going it completely alone. And then there's that absolute energy vampire we all know and hate, jet lag. So today, we're going to tackle both of them head on. First things first, your solo adventure. Honestly, choosing a destination that's not just exciting, but also super safe, that is the foundation for an incredible, totally worry-free journey. So the big question is, where should you go? Well, based on a mix of safety, how easy it is to get around, and just, unique experiences, these 7 spots are consistently ranked as absolute havens for solo travelers. From the fjords of Scandinavia to the Australian outback, there is an adventure in here for everyone. Let's kick things off with a top contender, Iceland. I mean, this place is a solo traveler's dream. It's not just about the incredible northern lights or the volcanoes, it's about the peace of mind. The crime rate is ridiculously low, and the locals are famous for being super welcoming, which makes exploring those wild, remote landscapes feel that much more secure. Now, for a totally different vibe, you've got Japan, this amazing blend of ancient tradition and hyper-modern safety. Getting around on public transport is a piece of cake, and a really key tip here is that respecting local customs is huge. A simple arigato for thank you or sumimasen for excuse me goes such a long way and just makes all your interactions that much richer. At the end of the day, it's all about finding the solo trip that matches your style, you know? If you're an adrenaline junkie, New Zealand is basically your playground. If you're looking for that relaxed, affordable European charm, Portugal is a fantastic choice. And then there's Canada, which offers this incredible duality. You get these vibrant, multicultural cities and some of the most breathtaking wilderness on the entire planet. All right, you've picked your destination. Awesome. So how do you make sure you arrive ready to explore and not, ready for a week-long nap? Let's dive into the single most powerful, science-backed tactic to fight jet lag before you even get to the airport. It all boils down to one core strategy. See, most people think jet lag is something you have to fight when you land, but the pros? They know the real battle is won before you even take off. So here's the game plan. It's all about a gradual adjustment. 3 days before your flight, you start shifting your sleep and wake times by just 1 hour toward your destination's time zone. Then you do it again 2 days out and one more time the day before. So if you're flying east, you go to bed an hour earlier each night. Flying west, you stay up an hour later. It's really that simple. But why does this actually work? Well, it all comes down to your circadian rhythm, which is just a fancy way of saying your body's internal 24-hour clock. Instead of just shocking your system with a sudden, huge time jump, this gradual shift gives your body a chance to gently adapt. You're basically easing your internal clock into the new time zone before you've even left your house. Okay, your pre-flight prep is done. Nailed it. Now let's talk about game day, the flight itself, and those first crucial hours after you land. This is where your in-flight and on-the-ground toolkit comes into play to really lock in all that hard work. First up, what are you drinking on that plane? The air in a plane cabin is incredibly dry, which already puts you at a disadvantage. So over on the left, you see alcohol and caffeine. Those are your enemies. They dehydrate you even more, and they totally mess with your sleep. Your absolute best friend on the right is water. Seriously, staying hydrated is just non-negotiable for keeping your energy levels up. You've landed, you're tired, I get it. What is the single most important thing you can do? This, right here, before you do anything else, get outside and find some natural sunlight. Drop your bags and just go for a walk. It is such a powerful signal to your body. And here's the science to prove it. Sunlight is basically the master switch for your internal clock. It is the fastest way to tell your brain, hey, we're on a new schedule now. It's daytime here. Resisting that urge to just collapse in your dark hotel room will make a world of difference. But what if you are just absolutely exhausted? I know the temptation to take a long nap is so real, but this chart right here brilliantly shows why you need to resist. A short power nap, like 20 to 30 minutes, that first bar, can be a fantastic little energy booster. But a long nap, that second bar, can actually trick your body into thinking it's nighttime, which makes it so much harder to fall asleep later and adjust properly. So let's just quickly summarize your arrival toolkit. Your number one priority is sunlight. Get it as soon as you can. Second, if you absolutely have to nap, keep it short. And finally, to help your brain get ready for the new bedtime, some travelers find melatonin helpful. But of course, you should always talk to a healthcare professional before trying out any new supplements. We've covered a lot of ground, haven't we? From picking a safe destination all the way to mastering your body's clock. Now, let's bring it all together into a final, actionable playbook for some confident, energetic exploring. Think of this as your cheat sheet. These are the 5 core rules of the pro traveler. Number 1, choose a safe spot. 2, start adjusting your sleep before you leave. 3, hydrate with water on the plane. 4, get some sunlight as soon as you land. And 5, use short, strategic naps. If you do these 5 things, I promise you will completely transform your travel experience. So there you have it. The playbook is officially in your hands. You've got the tools to travel solo with total confidence and to beat jet lag like an absolute pro. The only question left is the most exciting one of all. Where are you going to go next?